My name is Janelle Vandenbos, and before we get started on our full presentation, we're going to drink a little whiskey together. So this is a new product. This is a, I wish you were here, it smells so good. It is a date-infused whiskey. It is a premium whiskey. It has a very nice oaky smell to it. You can smell a little bit of almost like an almondy smell that's coming from the dates. And if you're ever out drinking whiskey, a couple things are really important. Number one is a good glass. And number two, this is what's called neat. No ice, no water, straight. So whenever you're drinking a new alcohol or spirit and you really want to taste the nuances, it's best to always start with the product neat. No ice, no water, just tasting the true essence of it. So this product is made in the Coachella Valley. It's made with Coachella Valley medjool dates, and it is absolutely a fantastic, now I'm gonna try it. I'm actually drinking during my presentation. I'm gonna get that nice alcohol taste in your throat. Cheers, that's a good whiskey. So I am currently starting a company. It's called Misstillery, and we will have 5 products. I'm looking for 10 really amazing women. I'm looking for 10 really amazing women, and I'm calling them my tribe, to start a distillery, a woman-owned and operated distillery out here in the Coachella Valley. There's a couple reasons why I think it's important that it's all about women, and I'll get into that in my presentation. So at this point, I'm going to move over to the proposal. And this is the proposal that will be going out to the women that I'm interested in bringing on board as a part of my board of directors. And so now I am sharing the presentation with you. And the name of the company is Misstillery, and our first product is a whiskey-based product. So the first part of the presentation, I just state what I'm doing here. I am looking for 10 amazingly talented women to start a whiskey-based company. Actually a distillery, but our first product will be whiskey-based. So the first product is called Miss Whiskey, and it's a premium date-infused whiskey. Our second launch of product will be Miss Gin, a flavorful botanical gin, and I want it to be really bright and lively and have some flavor. A lot of gins are kind of plain. Some of them are just straight out taste like medicine. I want something a little more feminine and flavorful. Mrs. V is a low-calorie, low-pH vodka. This product is already done, and it goes through a charcoal filter and another filter. It's actually lower in calories and a little bit lower in alcohol than most of your normal vodkas. And our other product is Mrs. T's, which is a fresh agave-based spirit, which is basically tequila, but you can't say tequila because tequila is only made in Mexico, and fresh agave spirits are made here in the United States. So those are the 5 products that we're going to be able to launch within our first 6 to 8 months. We've already got the basic recipes down, but when I bring my 10 women investors in, I want their input and feedback before we move to finalization of both product recipes, the promotional materials, and even the product packaging I'd like them to be involved with. So that is not all finalized at this time. The other portion of our distillery is that we will be able to take on other products. So we will have equipment and packaging so that other people that want to bottle or package will be able to do that for them. And with that, we will have an immediate revenue stream. So in my proposal will include a market analysis of the whiskey market and why we chose that market first. It will include the marketing, distribution proposals, and our cost analysis. And then finally, what I'm asking for in my investments, what the investors are going to receive. And we're going to talk about a lucrative exit strategy. So the first part of the presentation is about the whiskey business overall, and I've got a few examples which I won't go into depth here, but basically I chose this product in this market because this is an emerging market. More women are drinking brown spirits than any other. Beer and wine are both losing market share. And people are moving into two different categories. One is the spirit-based category, which is whiskeys, vodkas, and other drinks. And secondly, they're moving into more of the single serves, which is like the White Claws and the different products that come with a single serve. White Claw is probably the most famous that everybody knows about. And then we go into a little bit of the sales volume in the whiskey market, and you can see that they're in the forecast of sales, which is, like I said before, huge. Whiskey also, and all the spirits also have a huge global market potential, and that's happening more and more for both the whiskey, vodka, and tequila or agave-based spirits, huge internationally. So I go in the next part to talk about the whiskey itself. I've already given you an introduction to the product. Placement, we've already got a lot of commitments for placement before we've even gotten off the ground, both on-premise and off-premise. On-premise is when they drink the spirits or the alcohol at the actual establishment. Off-premise is your Ralph's, Vons, Whole Foods, different grocery stores and such. Promotion, we've got some really interesting things going on, and what I'd like to do with promotion is, because I'm going to have these 10 amazing women, right? I really want to take full advantage of, number one, their business smarts, their social media smarts and social presence, and their connections. And that's really important in the 10 women that will be chosen to invest in the company and how they will invest in the company. And I foresee our promotions basically as the Beverly Hills Housewives, but we're calling them the Whiskey Women. And I'd like to do a lot of small, short segment filming at our business meetings, at our strategy meetings. I'd like to do in-depth interviews with a lot of the 10 women and really build a mini reality series that we can either focus on YouTube or our own channel, and or maybe get picked up by somebody larger if we have enough momentum and good feature copy to show. So that's the biggest part of our promotional strategy. We're going to rely on our own sphere of influence and social media to get the word out there in the beginning. And we've got a great PR push. This is an all-women company. There are 10 dynamic, amazing women, all with their own story. And with that, we feel that the public relations of Whiskey Women will be outstanding. Here's some costs, and the basic costs are, we can produce this for $3.37 a bottle. We've got a retail of about $25 per bottle, and with those numbers and the way we've projected our sales numbers, we feel that we will be ready for a takeover, a buyout within 5 years. So this is the heart of the presentation, and I'm asking the women to be a part of our tribe of 10, and these are the 10 women that will be running and operating this company. Our current valuation is about $3 million, and this is based on current licensing equipment and the intellectual property. You may not know it, but the alcohol industry is very, very regulated, and just even getting any kind of a permit or licensing and a distiller's license is very expensive and takes a lot of time, and we've already got all that red tape under our belt, and we're ready to start making some whiskey. So I'm looking for $1 million. I'm asking each of the 10 women for $100,000. And I know that that's a big commitment, but we're looking for some big executive business women who are ready for a new challenge, looking for something different in their life, and want to do something that's a little more media savvy and get their names out there in a little bit different way. So not only do we feel like we're going to provide an investment opportunity to make money in this business, and specifically when we get to those buyout numbers, and I'll give you an example, but that they will be able to take advantage of the media of being part of the Whiskey 10 in their own careers and business. So at the $100,000 investment level, you'll get a seat on the board. You'll be featured in the reality show, business articles, your input in our customization of packaging and marketing. We're going to do an annual girls retreat, which that's going to be fun. The first one's going to be in Napa, and then we'll go from there. They're going to get 1 million shares of common stock plus warrants. Product, invitations to special events, etc. We are projecting, much like the case of the skinny girl margarita, Bethany Frankel's story, who was on the Orange County Housewives. She came up with this skinny girl margarita. She kind of just put it out there using her social media and her contacts, and she was paid over $120 million for her company. So with our experience and our valuation, since we are a distillery, we actually own the licensing. We'll have 5 products under our belt. We're looking for a projected evaluation of $300 million and expect to be able to position the company for a buyout within 5 years. So I'm asking if anyone would like to come to one of our meetings. We're going to have a meeting of a bunch of the gals that have already signed up, just to see where the synergies are. And if you're interested at all, would love to have the investor attend the meeting. And then the last part, which most of the people that I'm presenting to will already know me, but this is the 4th business that I've started. I am the CEO and the founder of Miss Stillery. I've also worked for Coors in the past. I've worked in the restaurant and entertainment industry for over 20 years. Currently, I'm in real estate and sales, but I've started an internet company. I'm always kind of looking for the next challenge and the next opportunity, and Miss Stillery is the next one. So as I said in my quote, we're looking for a few good women to make a difference in a spirited world, to have some fun together and make some money, and I hope you'll consider being part of my team. So thank you for letting me practice or give my presentation this morning, and I'm going to stop sharing that, and it's back to just me. And anyway, enjoyed the class, enjoyed the presentation and the opportunity to work on some projects that have been on my back burner, and looking forward to our next steps. Thanks.